Did your Wi-Fi just give up? Were you late for that important meeting? Did you get into a pointless argument with a friend? I bet someone, somewhere, maybe even you, just muttered, "It must be Mercury retrograde." This cosmic phenomenon has become the ultimate scapegoat for everything, from a spilled coffee to a major life crisis. We see the memes, we hear the warnings, and we feel a collective sigh of relief when it's finally over. But why? Why do we give a distant, rocky planet so much power over our daily lives? What is it about Mercury, as apparent backward dance across the sky, that makes us believe it is responsible for our tech meltdowns, communication breakdowns, and general bad luck? Is it an ancient secret of the cosmos? Or is it something much closer to home, something happening inside our own minds? Today, we're going to pull back the celestial curtain and explore the real reasons we blame Mercury retrograde. We'll dive into the astronomy, the psychology, and the surprising power of belief that turns a simple optical illusion into a global cultural event. So before you decide to hide under a rock for the next 3 weeks, let's figure out what's actually going on. First things first, what is Mercury retrograde, really? Stripped of all the astrological hype, it's a straightforward and predictable astronomical event. It's essentially an optical illusion. Picture this. You're driving on a multi-lane highway, and you pass a slower car. For a brief moment, from your perspective, the car you're overtaking appears to be moving backward, even though you both know it's still moving forward. That's exactly what happens with Mercury. Earth and Mercury are both orbiting the Sun, but they do so at different speeds and on different paths. Earth's orbit is larger and slower, while Mercury, being closer to the Sun, zips around much faster, completing its journey in just 88 days compared to our 365. About 3 or 4 times a year, Earth catches up to and passes Mercury in our orbital race. During this period, which lasts for about 3 weeks, Mercury appears to slow down, stop, and move backward across our sky. Then, as our orbital positions change again, it appears to stop and resume its normal forward, or prograde, motion. This is the retrograde illusion. It's a trick of perspective, a line-of-sight effect. Nothing is actually happening to the planet Mercury itself. It's not spinning in reverse. It's not wobbling off its axis. And it certainly isn't sending out chaotic energy beams aimed at your smartphone. It's a normal, repeatable, and scientifically understood part of our solar system's mechanics. All the planets experience apparent retrograde motion from our viewpoint on Earth. Yet, Mercury has captured our collective imagination like no other. Why this specific planet? The answer lies not in the stars, but in the stories we've told about them for centuries. Astrology, the ancient practice of finding meaning in the movements of celestial bodies, assigned specific domains to each planet. Mercury, named after the Roman messenger god, who zipped between the worlds of gods and mortals, was given rulership over communication, travel, technology, commerce, and intellect. He was the celestial postman, the divine dealmaker, the patron of information. So, when this planet appears to go backward, astrological logic follows that everything it governs will also go haywire. Communication gets garbled, leading to misunderstandings. Travel plans get delayed or canceled. Contracts signed during this time are thought to be flawed. Computers crash, emails get lost, and logic seems to fly out the window. The planet of order and information appears to be in reverse, so it's believed that order and information on Earth will follow suit. This ancient symbolic association is the foundation upon which the entire Mercury retrograde mythos is built. It's not based on physics, but on symbolism. The illusion of backward motion was interpreted as a disruption of Mercury's core functions, creating a ready-made explanation for a very specific set of common, everyday frustrations. So, if it's just an illusion and an ancient story, why does it feel so real? Why do so many of us swear that things genuinely do go wrong during these periods? The answer lies in a powerful psychological quirk call confirmation bias. Our brains are natural pattern-seeking machines. We love connecting dots and finding cause and effect. Confirmation bias is our tendency to search for, interpret, favor, and recall information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. Let us say you start the day knowing it's this Mercury retrograde, and you're expecting trouble. You miss your bus. Instead of thinking, I left late, your brain immediately flags it. Ah, Mercury retrograde, travel disruption. You send a text that gets misunderstood. See? Communication breakdown, just as predicted. Your laptop freezes for a minute. Classic retrograde tech issues. Your brain diligently collects every piece of evidence that supports the theory, creating a compelling case file. But what about the things that went right? The friendly chat you had with the barista, the project you completed successfully, the fact that your car started without a problem. Our brains tend to dismiss or forget these non-events because they don't fit the narrative. We don't walk around during a normal week thinking, wow, my computer didn't crash today. We only notice the problem when it happens. During retrograde, we're actively looking for problems, and we assign them a special cause. It's like wearing retrograde-colored glasses that highlight every mishap and make the smooth moments invisible. There's another, deeper psychological need at play: the illusion of control. Life is often random and chaotic. Bad things happen for no good reason. Your flight gets canceled because of a mechanical failure, not because a planet is misaligned. You have an argument because of a simple misunderstanding, not because of cosmic interference. Accepting this randomness can be unsettling. It means we're not always in control, and sometimes things just go wrong. Blaming Mercury retrograde offers a comforting alternative. It imposes an external, ordered explanation onto chaotic events. It suggests there's a reason, a cosmic schedule for the chaos. It wasn't your fault you broke your phone. The universe was just having a moment. This is far more comforting than admitting, I was careless. It gives us a sense of understanding and predictability, even if it's based on a false premise. We'd rather believe in a universe with a mischievous plan than a universe with no plan at all. This desire to create a story, a narrative that gives meaning to life's frustrations, is a fundamental human trait. Mercury retrograde is simply one of the most popular short stories we tell ourselves. This leads us to one of the most fascinating aspects of the phenomenon, the nocebo effect. We've all heard of the placebo effect, where a person's belief in a treatment can cause real physiological improvements, even if the treatment is just a sugar pill. The nocebo effect is its dark twin. It's when a person's negative expectations about something cause them to experience negative effects. If you genuinely believe that Mercury retrograde will cause problems, you can unconsciously make it happen. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Imagine you're entering a retrograde period, and you're already anxious. I have to be extra careful with my emails, you think? This heightened anxiety can make you less focused, more flustered, and more likely to make the very mistake you're trying to avoid. You become hyper-aware of potential miscommunications, which can make you sound tense or defensive in conversations, ironically creating the conflict you feared. If you're worried your travel plans will go wrong, you might be so stressed checking your itinerary that you misread the departure time. Your belief creates anxiety. Your anxiety affects your behavior, and your behavior leads to the negative outcome you expected all along. Then you look at the mess and say, I knew it. It's Mercury retrograde. In reality, it was the power of your own mind, guided by a negative belief, that steered the ship into the rocks. You weren't a victim of the planets. You were a victim of your own expectations. The planet didn't do anything to you. Your belief about the planet did. So, what should we do? Should we just ignore it and pretend the whole concept doesn't exist? Maybe not. Instead of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, we can reframe it. What if we stripped away the blame and fear and saw Mercury retrograde not as a cosmic curse, but as a cosmic reminder. The themes associated with Mercury communication, technology, travel, contracts are all areas of modern life that benefit from being more deliberate and mindful. We live in a fast-paced world where we fire off texts without thinking, click buy impulsively, and skim through important documents. Perhaps the true value of the retrograde myth is that it forces us to slow down. Instead of blaming the planet, we can use these 3-week periods as a designated time for review, reflection, and reassessment. Use it as an excuse to be more intentional. Before you hit send on that emotionally charged email, take a breath and reread it. Before you sign that contract, take an extra day to review the fine print. Double-check your flight details before heading to the airport. Back up your important files. These are all good habits we should be practicing anyway. Mercury retrograde just gives us a scheduled, recurring prompt to do so. It's a quarterly appointment with mindfulness. The power to navigate these periods successfully doesn't come from avoiding activities or blaming the stars. It comes from within. It lies in our patience, our clarity, and our willingness to be a little more careful. The solution isn't to fear the planet, but to empower ourselves. So next time someone says, "It must be Mercury retrograde," you can smile and say, "Perfect." It's a great time to slow down and double-check my work. The true power to shape your experience lies in your own mind, not in the distant orbits of the stars. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this exploration interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating phenomena that shape our world. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you believe in Mercury retrograde, or do you see it as a useful reminder? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video.